So I had this.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
We're live.
Yeah, we're live here. You know, we got Steven Rose. What's your
Nike Tex 82?
Nike Text 2.
Steven Rose. Subscribe me on YouTube.
Desert Coffin 04. And
I don't have a YouTube account.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Random guy.
So we're going to WrestleMania 29's. It's going to be tomorrow. We're going to take something positive out of this WrestleMania because supposedly it's going to be the worst WrestleMania of all time. But we're going to make something positive just in pretend.
Yeah.
We're going to pretend like we're interested. Okay, we're going to go with the first match. Pick a winner. I don't care who it is. Wade Barrett versus The Miz.
Pre-show.
Well, the pre-show.
Well, Miz has come a long way, and for him to lose it like a fourth time, it wouldn't make much sense to me. I think this is the match where The Miz will have Wade Barrett's number. And I think he'll finally dethrone Wade Barrett.
I disagree. I think Wade Barrett's going to win the match. I think it's time to work on his character now.
But that's the thing, if they can't work on Wade Barrett's character, he loses, and then they further develop Miz.
I mean, they can, but I got Wade Barrett to win. You got Miz?
I got Miz.
Okay, who do you got?
I'll have to go with Miz.
What about you, Mike?
I'm gonna go with the real world guy, The Miz. You know I don't care about the fake Wade Barrett, known as William Regal, but
all right, Borders Clay and Tenzai.
Tons of funk
versus Team Road Scholars.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
Bella Twins.
Okay, this could go one of two ways. One,
the Bella Twins are females, right?
Yeah. If it goes
Are they
fairly,
fighting against males?
If it goes fairly, I could see Tons of Funk winning. But if there's interference by the Bella Twins, then I could see Team Road Scholars pulling off an upset.
I got Team Road Scholars.
Team Road Scholars.
Yeah, I have to agree with John on this one. I mean, Tensai and Brodus Clay are a pretty hard team to grapple just because of their sheer size and strength. So I agree with John. The only way Road Scholars could win this is by cheating.
All right.
I really don't care. I'm going with the broads, the twins, the whores.
All right, Chris Jericho versus
Chris Jericho, because Fandango, he's a douchebag, man.
I'm going to tell you why Fandango is going to win. Because he's debuting on WrestleMania. I've never heard of that in my life. Some guys take 5-10 years to get on WrestleMania, but it's besides the point.
I heard Survivor Series being debuted, but
Fandango is going to win because it's his first match. He's got to build his character up. People got to take him seriously, and then Vince McMahon already knows that. So it wouldn't make sense for Fandango to lose his first match. And they're going to make him beat Jericho, and maybe the fans will stop booing him, but it's not going to work. But I got Fandango to win.
Yeah, unfortunately I have to agree with Steven because almost never, if at least once, does a wrestler lose his debut match. Unless they're like a complete jobber, like the guys that were facing Ryback, they always lost.
So we got Mike, Chris Jericho versus Fandango.
Jericho.
I'm just about to ask for a refill.
Well, okay.
Thank you.
Now,
Raw is Jericho Holler.
Now, talking about the Chris Jericho Fandango, Fandango or whatever, I could see Jericho losing because he also has on the side a music career, so maybe he wants to pursue that instead of becoming more of a wrestling type.
I want to add one note. Vince McMahon is punishing Jericho by making him a retard and fighting a retarded wrestler who can't wrestle, who's in NXT. What was his name? Johnny Curtis.
Johnny Curtis.
He was in NXT, it didn't work, and now he's whatever the hell his name is. You know, another Disney on Ice character, fictitious character, doesn't exist in real life. And basically, Jericho's being punished by Mr. McMahon because Jericho's going on tour with Fozzy. With the name of his group. So he's punishing Jericho by making him a retard, by wrestling a retarded wrestler. That's all I want to say about that. Next, we got Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. Who you guys got and why?
I got Triple H because unless, he was promised he'll be a Hall of Fame, go to the Hall of Fame for next year. I don't think he's done, because Triple H, he's the King of Kings, and he's just the destroyer, all that. I mean,
Cerebral assassin.
Yeah, a cerebral assassin, but unless he really wants to hang it up, I don't see him losing to Brock Lesnar. I see Brock Lesnar going back to the UFC or quitting WWE for good. Yeah.
Well, Brock Lesnar just recently signed a 2-year deal with the WWE. It's on one of my videos on YouTube. What I think is going to happen is, we've seen this match before at SummerSlam. Triple H got his arm broken the last time. You remember Michael showed you the video. And this is a match that would have been great if it wasn't on SummerSlam. If they would have had this match on WrestleMania, it'd even be better. So you got to figure Triple H has got to win to redeem himself from the comments that were made about Stephanie, calling him a loser getting Stephanie. And then Triple H has to have his revenge, so Triple H is going to win the match.
Yeah, I have to agree with Steven on that one. That the way the storyline is going, Triple H has to win this match. Because the way I see it, even if Triple H is inducted into Hall of Fame, if he loses, a lot of people are still going to be pissed off about how he left WWE. And truth be told, personally, I don't think you break a man's arm twice and just live to get away with it. I hope Triple H grabs that infamous sledgehammer and does some serious damage.
All right, so Michael, who you got?
To tell you the truth, probably Brock Lesnar. And this is the reason why. Brock Lesnar is a actual real life fighter. Triple H ain't. Brock Lesnar was a UFC heavyweight champion.
Oh, it was.
For the longest time before he had the bronchiolitis disease in his stomach, which almost killed him, man, literally.
Really?
That's the reason why he left UFC, because he can no longer fight, because they removed 12 inches of his colon out.
Wow.
So really, it's a life-threatening issue here. I look back at Triple H's arm getting breaking, and it really doesn't look like his arm probably could have broken, and Brock Lesnar could have probably jerked his arm up and down, made it look like it's broken by stage. But let's be honest, the man's arm was broken. I look back at Triple H's arm broken versus when Mir broke Nogueira's arm with Kimura.
Triple H.
And it was two different types of arm brokening right there, because you can clearly see Nogueira get his arm broken by Frank Mir, and compared to that, so what kind of stage? I don't think they would literally break wrestlers' arms, deal with the stage and everything. I believe that they made it seem like realistically, because Triple H looks like he's
to win.
A badass and all that. I'm gonna say Brock.
Brock. Okay.
I'm gonna say Brock Lesnar just because technically in real life fight, Brock Lesnar will whoop Triple H's ass.
All right, Team Hell No, which is Kane and Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler and Biggie Langston.
Team Hell No. Team Hell No. Big E, although he has possible potential, he's raw, he's unproven, and all he is a distraction. I think once it comes time to go mano-a-mano with tag team champions, the pressure will get to him and he'll crumble. And then I think Team Hell No will win.
You know, everyone's been wanting Team Hell No to break up. I kind of agree. I think Daniel Bryan's better as a singles guy, so is Kane. Well, Kane's more of a tag team person kind of guy, but Daniel Bryan should be, on the singles competition. I think Team Hell No wins. I think Biggie Langston doesn't even deserve to be in WrestleMania. He hasn't proven anything. He's got a shitty finisher anyway. So I have to go with Team Hell No.
Yeah, I go with Team Hell No too, and I agree with Steven and John that Biggie Langston only proved that he's nothing but a big bully. And just like Alberto Del Rio says, I despise bullies, and I love to see when they get what's coming to them. So I'm rooting for Team Hell No once again, although I hope they don't become too dysfunctional, but they've proven to be dysfunctional sometimes and still pull up the win, so Team Hell No.
Hell No.
Ryback versus Mark Henry.
Ryback. Feed me more.
I gotta go with Ryback.
Ryback, Goldberg, whatever you want to call him. I hope he has Mark Henry for dinner.
How do you consider Ryback like Goldberg?
Ryback's like
well, I know, but he's not a professional football athlete, I think.
You just see Ryback and you'll see why.
He just kind of gives.
I know who Ryback is, but I mean Goldberg was a freak of nature.
Ryback or Mark Henry?
I got Ryback.
Ryback.
All right, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Big Show versus The Shield.
Well,
They named themselves up those
again, I could see one or two things going down. One, Big Show betrays Sheamus and Randy Orton, which will cause them to be in a 3-on-2 disadvantage, thus the Shield winning. Or Big Show actually truly wanting revenge on the Shield and putting away heel versus face like rivalry, and Team Sheamus, Orton, and Show winning.
I think the Shield takes it.
Well, I for one am sick and tired of the Shield's shenanigans, and what better way to make them pay for their crimes than at the biggest stage of them all. And if what I'm hoping for goes right, I think the only way they can defeat the Shield is to do what Shield does best, and that's to isolate each and every member of the Shield. And I think they really need to rely on Big Show to KO punch 2 of the Shield members and then go for the pin.
To be honest, why the hell they named themselves after a goddamn Marvel character, the Shield, I don't even want to know. I really don't care. To be honest, I say the best outside interference of anything in general from all the wrestling I saw in my life, it has to be the original DX, because I remember Road Dogg and X-Pac in China, they always interfere and shit.
Oh, and
on Triple H's matches, but I mean, but enough. That's what the Shield was basically for.
Who you got? Sheamus, Randy Orton, Big Show versus Shield. Who you got?
The Shield losing. I got those other 3 guys.
One last thing on Twitter, I tweeted one of the Shield members. I told him the only Shield I believe in is from the Zelda series. That's the only Shield you can really trust.
Let's go to the next matchup, and this is my.
What he said.
This is my favorite.
What he said, for real?
Did he say anything?
Huh?
What he said?
No, he didn't say anything.
He probably just said whatever.
Here's my favorite matchup: Undertaker versus CM Punk.
What is Undertaker, 20-0?
Yeah, at WrestleMania.
He's going for 21-0.
Undertaker, because I don't think he loses to some pipsqueak little wannabe champion, former champion that just whines and pouts, and you can see him on wine.com. See his photo, yeah.
Alright, I just want to address one thing before I announce my winner. They sold CM Punk out to make The Rock the champion. We all know that. The Rock sucks as champion this year. He doesn't even show up to Raw. He has the title on Nickelodeon. Are you serious? So they made CM Punk lose all these matches. Now he's got to face the Taker. I got CM Punk. I got CM Punk to beat The Undertaker. CM Punk to beat The Undertaker.
How much money you want to put on it?
I got $25. It says CM Punk beats The Undertaker.
Okay.
Here you go, sir.
$25.
CM Punk ends the Taker's streak.
No, that's not true, because I'll tell you why after this.
I totally disagree with Steven. Really up to this point, because first of all, how desperately does WWE need to go? I mean, first you disrespect Paul Bearer, then CM Punk dresses as a druid to sneak attack Undertaker. I mean, either CM Punk and or the writers are pure, excuse my languages, SOBs that have no respect for anybody.
Okay, may I add something to that? Okay, it was wrong for WWE to put Paul Heyman's ashes and pour it on Taker. We know it wasn't his ashes, but we all know WWE.
Paul Heyman, you mean Paul Bearer?
Paul Bearer.
Oh, Paul Bearer. But WWE has been guilty in the past of making money off a wrestler's death. They did it with Eddie Guerrero during the Rey Mysterio promo in 2006 at WrestleMania. They did it with Jerry Lawler and his heart attack last year, also with his mother dying. They have been guilty of profiting off of people's deaths. So this isn't any different. It's no surprise. But Paul Bearer's sons actually put on Facebook, which is very interesting. I was reading an article on it, that they said that WWE and Vince McMahon and the story writers had mistold did not entirely tell them everything that was going to happen in the storyline. So when they agreed to it, they said, oh, okay, well, this is what's going to happen. And then they said, oh, okay. But when they actually saw it on camera, they said it was hard to watch, and they said that they didn't know they were going to go that far with it. So the WWE is at fault for misleading the pallbearer sons.
Prince Pringle. Pallbearer is known as Prince Pringle as well.
Yeah.
My thoughts on this, I don't even know what the hell is going on.
Taker versus Punk, what do you got?
I know Taker versus Punk, but I don't know what the hell is going on to that point until you mention this, because I don't watch wrestling and I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I like the old school wrestling matches from the Attitude Era and stuff, but if I remember correctly, Taker said if he was going to lose in WrestleMania, it'd be the Triple H 2 years ago. He did say that, before he had his 19th rant, then he beat Triple H for the third time in general. Because I think he fought Triple H, 3 or 4 times out of the whole WrestleMania career.
You got.
I'm going with Taker because by the storyline for what The Undertaker said 2 years ago, WWE's going to honor that, and maybe one day Triple H could overcome The Undertaker's streak.
The next matchup, Albert Del Rio versus Jack Swagger. The most boring match of all that.
I would say Del Rio because Zeb Coulter, I don't know why he's even in WWE. It's a pointless character. And Alberto Del Rio, he's still forming his character, and I still see him winning, for the Hispanics out there, for the Hispanic community, and they'll be behind him 100%.
Del Rio, even though I hate this match, that's all I have to say.
Not to sound biased, but I'm really proud that Del Rio is Hispanic and representing my people. But he's not only fighting for his people, he's fighting for all the people that believe in what true America is, despite what Jack Swagger says. And I love what Del Rio said, and I quote, "America is the greatest country in the world because it belongs to everybody. So Zeb Coulter, go to hell and shut up and lose."
I really don't care, like I said. Del Rio, he's kind of cocky, and he comes out in his nice ass rides. Don't get twisted.
He doesn't do that no more.
Oh, he doesn't do that no more? Well, see,
He's a face.
All right, let's go.
Oh, I didn't know that, but
Who you got?
Let's go.
who I got? I got Del Rio, I guess. I never liked Jack Swagger anyways.
Matchup of two of the most overrated superstars of all time. The Rock versus John Cena. Who you got?
I got John Cena because honestly, Rock, he's too concentrated on Hollywood that he can't really be there for the fans. Only when he wants to be, not when he should be there all the time. I mean, if you're a champion, then just show up as champion.
I would like to be filmed last. Go ahead, y'all two, get y'all's intake, and I'm gonna say what I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I could up until this match, I could pretty much predict which matches The Rock and John Cena were gonna win. I could see it coming from 1,000 miles away. I knew for months that even before Royal Rumble that there was gonna be a Rock versus John Cena Part 2. So I knew John Cena was gonna win the Royal Rumble, and I knew John Cena was gonna defeat CM Punk to be #1 contender. I mean, like Steven said, this is going to be the worst WrestleMania ever because it's the most predictable.
Yeah.
Except for this match, I don't know. But I see several things happening. Yeah. Either The Rock wins, and Rock haters are going to hate him even more because people say he's an undeserving champion who doesn't show up when he needs to be. Or, like people say would be better, Cena wins but also becomes heel, which will make people like him better. I would hate to see that, but if it improves his character, then so be it.
I've always liked The Rock. I mean, I had a couple of favorite wrestlers in my lifetime. I had...
the salad.
Yeah, the salad with the cheese sticks.
I had...
Hey guys,
Owen Hart was my favorite wrestler.
Owen Hart?
Yeah, before he
My
died.
brother's favorite too.
But I'm a Rock fan. I'm going with The Rock. I like The Rock. I always like The Rock.
we got the bacon.
He's the people.
Double meat with bacon, double patty,
Me.
double cheese.
Yes.
So I'm a people's champion. The Rock all the way.
And then we got
are these
Don't
no, these are.
I I asked for seasoned fries.
You got double meat or no?
Yeah, double meat.
Let me get you some seasoned fries, okay? I'm sorry. I'll
But
fix that for you, okay?
I'm going with The Rock because I've always been a Rock fan.
And I got a double meat.
Cheeseburger, seasoned fries, noise. I'm missing some ranch too, please.
I gave it. And I got plain.
Yep, it's mine.
Awesome.
Can I get a side of range too?
Horse. I'll bring you seasoned fries.
So you got who?
I want to say what I gotta say about
The Rock.
and Cena. Okay, first of all, The Rock doesn't show up on Raw, which is complete BS.
Hey, you need your shades, man.
Okay,
finish
let's put
with
my
your
shades on
shades.
so I can get my talk mode.
Yeah.
The Rock versus Cena this year, 2013, are the two most overrated superstars. Rock does not deserve to be champion, and Cena's character is boring. So, I think at WrestleMania, regardless of whether Cena wins or loses, he better turn heel, because this company is going to go down the shithole if they don't figure something out. It makes no sense for The Rock to win. Why? Because he's going to retire. So what is he going to do, hand the belt to Vince McMahon? He ain't going to do that. So who else is he supposed to lose to? Because if you don't lose to Cena or CM Punk, then what else? What other superstar are you going to lose to?
We beat everyone in there.
Yeah.
Ranch, yes, thank you.
So my take is, I think John Cena wins the match. John Cena beats The Rock and turns heel.
All right.
I think we will see a new direction in the WWE.
All right, that's our predictions for tomorrow's WrestleMania 29. All right. Steve Rose, Mike Text 82,
Does it come from 4?
and Luis signing off. All right.